For most of my life, I thought being kind was enough. Being there for others, saying yes even when I was tired, helping without asking for anything in return. I thought if I just loved them hard enough, they'd love me back the same way, that they would see me, hear me, respect me, but I was wrong. They didn't respect me. Not when I worked overtime to pay off their tuition, not when I sacrificed my sleep, my comfort, my youth, just to give them everything I never had. They didn't notice when I skipped meals so the kids could eat better. They didn't remember the cold winters I spent fixing their broken things while my own shoes had holes. They called me dependable, reliable, but never once worthy. Never once important. I was just the background character in their lives, useful until I wasn't. And I'll tell you something. When you live long enough being used, ignored, or misunderstood, you stop expecting respect. You lower your voice. You shrink in rooms where you used to stand tall. You apologize for existing too loudly. But then I turned 73, and something changed. It wasn't dramatic. No one said anything cruel, no big argument or betrayal, just a quiet moment of realization. I was sitting in my own living room. My family was there, laughing, talking, busy with their own lives. And I said something, a memory I wanted to share. No one listened. No one even heard me. And right then, it hit me. I had become invisible, a ghost in the house I built, a man with stories that no one wanted to hear, a heart full of wisdom that no one valued anymore. I stood up, walked to my room, sat on the edge of the bed, and I stared at my old hands. These hands built everything. They carried groceries, paid bills, held babies. They wiped tears and fixed broken things. They were rough, worn, but honest. And I looked at them and thought, they deserve better. So I made a promise that day. At 73, I promised myself, no more shrinking, no more begging, no more tolerating disrespect in the name of family or love. I didn't yell, I didn't argue, I just changed. I started speaking slower, but with more weight. If someone interrupted me, I stopped speaking until they noticed the silence. And when they asked what was wrong, I said, I'm not here to be dismissed. If you want to talk, I'm here. If not, I'll leave. I stopped doing things out of obligation. If someone only called me when they needed money, I stopped answering. If someone only came around when it was convenient, I stopped making space. I invested in myself. I bought books again. I went for long walks and listened to old songs that reminded me of who I used to be, before the noise of everyone else drowned me out. And then I started writing, not for others, for me. Every morning I'd sit with my coffee and write down what I felt. Some days it was anger, some days sadness, but often it was something beautiful. Peace, relief, freedom. Because I was finally showing up for myself. And the most surprising part? When I stopped chasing people, they started looking for me. My children began to listen more. My grandchildren started asking questions about my life. My friends noticed a new energy in me, not loud, not proud, but grounded. People respect what is self-respecting. When you draw a line, when you move with quiet confidence, they feel it, even if they don't understand it right away. At 73, I didn't become a new man. I remembered the man I used to be, before the world told me I had to earn love, before life convinced me that silence was strength. Now I speak, and if they listen, good. If not, I still speak, because my voice matters, my thoughts matter, my life matters. And let me tell you something, from one old soul to another. You don't need to fight for respect. You just need to stop settling for less. The moment you start walking like you matter, you begin to matter. The moment you say enough, people listen differently. The moment you love yourself without guilt, you teach the world how to love you right. So if you're sitting there, quiet, tired, unseen, let me remind you, it is never too late to reclaim your dignity. It is never too late to be heard. It is never too late to start again, stronger. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for applause. And don't wait for the world to understand you. Live on your terms, with your rules, with your voice. Because respect isn't something you ask for. It's something you embody. And the world eventually follows. If this story speaks to you, then maybe it's time. Time to return to yourself. Time to stop chasing and start choosing. And if you've been invisible too long, remember, you don't need to be louder. You just need to be more you. Let them feel your absence. Then let them earn your presence. Because at 73, I didn't get respect by force. I earned it the moment I gave it to myself.